So hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So I am here again at Mitsubishi Gateway here at SM Mega Mall located at the basement floor. So I'd like to thank them for making this review again possible because I reviewed here a few days ago the GL Strada 4x4 manual. I couldn't pass the opportunity of doing a walk-around tour again of this, but I will compete it against the older Xpander Cross. So as you can see with both models now, they look similar yet so different. You have a much bigger gloss black grille over here compared with the older Xpander Cross. So let's move on over to the older Xpander Cross. So here now with this older Xpander Cross, remember this is a 2022 model year. We'll get to that on why I said that later on when we get to the interior. So despite being a year older now compared with the new one, I still like the looks of this. Like what I said in my main review of this, the 2021 model, it still looks like the XM concept car. I'll just flash it here on screen. It's true to the concept car. I mean, no offense to the new Xpander, it's just like an updated version of this. It's not based on any concept, unlike with this older pre-facelift Xpander Cross and the regular Xpander 2. Yeah, the thing with Xpander Cross is you have a lot of cladding on either side, but to be honest though, with this 2022/21 model, the cladding here is too big, like what I said in the 23 model review, and a little bit more whack fitment than usual. And this is the first time I noticed this too. The moldings here are not greatly designed here compared with the plain one of the 2023 model. Unlike the 23 model, this 2022 model never had an option for a two-tone blacked out roof. And what I noticed too, the 2023 model has different dimensions compared with this older one. The new one's just actually a little bit longer and a little bit wider only, but by a very, very small margin. So actually space in the second row, the third row of both model years are exactly the same. So as well, ground clearance is exactly the same at 225 millimeters. Like what my nitpick with the newer model is that the ground clearance is not slightly higher than the older one or the regular Xpander. It's exactly the same with this older Xpander Cross. So being the 22 model year 2, you have halogen lights all around here, unlike the Xpander Cross, which is the only one in the current lineup that has LED lights all around. So here now at the rear of this 2022 Xpander Cross, so comparing with the new one, as you can see right there, the new one doesn't have a black part over here anymore, unless you get the one I designed, the Xpander Super Shogun. And the rear bumper too is very different. Like the 2023 model, like what I said in my main walk-around review, it has almost like triple exhaust pipes. This one is just a little bit more plain than usual. So weirdly, with this 2022 model, this still gets LED taillights, similar with the 2023 model. The Xpander Cross logo here on the 2022 model is a different layout compared with the new one. And how to open this one, the 2022 model gets a handle here. If it's the 2023 model, it's a button. I mean, I'll go over there. This car's low bat, by the way. It won't open. So another advantage with analog stuff, this one's a handle, you can just simply open it. So despite the advantage of the 2023 model by being a little bit wider, a little bit longer, it's exactly the same. So with all of the seats up, you have 150 liters. With the third row down, you have 750 liters. And with all of the seats down, you have 1,632 liters. And yet again, being expanders, the second row tumbles forward. Since we're here too, engines is exactly the same throughout. I mean, they look exactly the same to it. So they're both powered by a 1.5 liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine that produces 103 horsepower and 141 Newton meters of torque. So both are still 4-speed automatic. So I understand again all the fans out there, we didn't get the CVT model. And you notice something, I didn't mention one thing with this 2023 Xpander Cross. So I will share those when we get to drive this very, very soon. I promise you guys that. So with that, let's go to the interior of this 2022 model, which to my surprise, I never ever expected this to happen on this older model. So this is the interior of the 2022 Xpander Cross. They sound exactly the same. So here now in this 2022 model, remember I said 2022 specifically, is that this interior updated because the 2021 model that I reviewed had like the Mirage interior, I guess. I mean, the steering wheel was that dead giveaway that was straight from Mirage. This one, surprisingly, it's still up to with the current regular Xpander. I mean, the newer one looks a little bit better because probably it's a placebo effect because of the Montero steering wheel. To be honest though, I prefer the steering wheel of this older Xpander Cross, but I love it in the current Xpander non-cross version. It just speaks more, sportiness compared with the Montero. I mean, I love driving a Montero. I've reviewed that too. That's probably it here with this 2022 model. Surprisingly, been updated. So I assume this has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto since being the 2022 model. And comparing with the 2023 model, this one has an analog speedometer, analog tachometer with a information display in the middle compared to the all digital affair of the newer Xpander Cross. Yeah, this was a big surprise for me. So thank goodness I did a comparison between both model years. This interior is so weird, like legit. The old Xpander Cross had a really different layout with the interior, and I noticed that straight away is because of the chrome air conditioning knob here for the second and third row. Then I checked here in front, I'm like, oh, it's been updated, surprisingly. So yeah, at least you get the gubbins now of Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. So when the new Xpander finally came here to the Philippines, so when they updated this Xpander Cross, it got the treatment of the current Xpander Cross because the interior here, it's all blue. The soft touch materials here is all blue. Even this one around the window switches is all carbon fiber. I'm not sure if it's real or not, FYI. Yeah, it's exactly the same here. Even the controls here on the left side still have blanks, but anyway, it's the same as the 2023 model here. And the seats were also dead giveaway that this one has been updated because it has the bluer-ish accents now on the side bolsters. So remember, I have a main walk-around review of the newer Xpander Cross and a full review of this 2022 model year Xpander Cross. Well, take note, I drove a 2021 model year, hence the interior differences too. So I won't show much here because I already did it on the newer Xpander. So, well, a little bit shortcut review. Cup holder is still exactly the same. Center console box, it's also well blue if you can see it on camera. Exactly the same too. Everything's exactly the same here. The gubbins in the second row, your USB-C port and USB port in the second row. Third row exactly the same. The 12-volt sockets only located on the right side. So I understand why people are still after this older one. And of course, being the older model year, this one's a little bit more affordable. So, excuse me. So this one, the 2022 model, which I am sitting in, costs, where the heck is that Xpander Cross there? 1,280,000 pesos. So there's a 110,000 peso discount here at Mitsubishi Gateway dealers, not just here. And the current Xpander Cross with the two-tone, mind you, costs 1,338,000 pesos. There's already 70,000 peso discount. So still there is a massive price difference between both model years. So up to you on which one you'll get, but gotta be honest, the exterior alone, I'm gonna go with the 2023 model. And the one thing I'm not mentioning yet with that model, because that I heard that one handles really well compared with this older Xpander and the current normal non-cross Xpanders. Yeah, so can't wait to show you guys that too soon. Yeah, so that's a little summary here between both model years. So remember, these guys, the older Xpander Crosses, are still available. So I'd like to thank everyone here again at Mitsubishi Gateway, located here at SM Mega Mall, for making this walk-around review possible. So up to you which SE you want, you him, her. Alright? So hope you guys like and subscribe, and I promise you guys, I will see you with the test drive of the 2023 Xpander Cross two-tone. Bye-bye.